Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker?
But, sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll a great distance when I open my car door, sir.
You can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
Phoenix just not wanting to hear him finish that. What do you mean?
The sensor triggered the lock, but the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted?
It sounds like he's having Vietnam flashbacks.
But isn't this speculation? It's not really. It doesn't really prove that Phoenix is right. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene...
There just might have been something that fits that description.
But, sir, the insulation...
I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? Was the insulator that was stuck behind the door what you have?
I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that that was in the victim's locker.
It has the tag SL9 incident.
Mm-hmm.
The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Phoenix Wright did it.
Order! Order! Order!
What's the reason he never takes his suit off? It's just being stabbed wounds from all the fights he's been in.
He's actually Batman.
I think he never takes his suit off because it would be weird to be shirtless in court.
Well, no, he does always wear it, like, to the office and everything, too.
Why would you just sit around your office shirtless?
Well, he just sits around watching TV all the time, so he could. Plus, he could wear, like, a t-shirt.
Yeah, and also, why wouldn't he go shirtless when he's on the beach that one court case?
When was he on the beach?
What was the beach episode?
Remember? There's a beach episode at Door Lake.
That was a lake, not a beach.
It was a beach of a lake.
I guess.
Larry wasn't in a bikini, so it wasn't a beach episode.
So, are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility. and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir! Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh! You mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
Very well. Start talking.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the defect had used his ID card.
Can't I call the other detective to the stand?
Goodman.
No, not good. But
Gumshoe?
yeah, Gumshoe. Can I call him to the stand? Have him testify that he loses his ID card all the time.
Who's Goodman?
The victim.
Oh. I was thinking a Gumshoe.
Yeah.
An ID card record, I see.
I have the ID card record here, Your Honor.
27777.
The ID card used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due to transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Cause hearing him likes me, he stand up on me hand.
Me too, I think. Although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination.
More importantly, having so few people visit the room makes it easier to have suspects.
So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to rock solid? To be rock solid? Do you?
I believe it's solid as stone, sir! If my hand wasn't wrapped up in bandages, I'd even give V for victory sign, sir!
Who the hell just shows his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what might say until the very last second.
Even the judge stumbling over his words now.
Well, I think in the waiting room for court, they just serve like alcohol, and everyone just gets drunk before they go in there.
Do it just this just found at the prosecutor's office at the same time. Oh, anyway. Is that card hanging from your neck one of those ID cards?
Yes, sir! The card right next to my cuffs, sir! I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that?
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember what I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of a car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me.
Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
At any rate, each police officer only has one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Let it be noted that this is the record of the witness referred to.
Let me see. Yes, that would be it, Detective Goodman.
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on this.
So it is, Your Honor. Won't that prosecute again?
I'm not even behind the evidence! Make a prosecutor! You can hide the evidence! Don't start! It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, it must be difficult for him.
So if I press him on this again, will it do that whole thing? Yeah. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show you his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir! He didn't show me any ID card, sir! That's what you're trying to say, right?
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Maybe you just panicked.
Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth missed something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show 'em what you got.
So, what should I do?
Does the video? No, I don't think it does it? Show more. past that. Maybe, I don't know.
Wait 1 moment! Officer Meekins!
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I'm referring to the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
A lost item report. Only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, correct?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his ID card.
Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order! 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 Does the prosecution have something or other?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room, Officer Meekins, encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at one single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't going to end well.
Well, it seems you've finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime, at least. So the real crime could only have taken place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment of the murder.
Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something for his salon.
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murderer.
Why did they need to show this in full?
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of this matter.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court were to examine this further, and other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for the incident.
This just might be my chance. It's time to call a certain Texan Ranger to the stand.
Chuck Norris. Mr. Wright, do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well. What's his name?
But can't I just call whoever I want to the stand? Why do I have to call specifically him?
You can't call the chief again.
I want to call Detective Gumshoe.
Call Goodman to the stand.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Okay. Court will now take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess.
Judge can't pronounce subpoena.
February 24th, 11:32 in the morning. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
There's no stopping you now, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
Huh? I haven't figured out anything yet.
Lana! You're the one who knows everything.
Him.
You always know everything. Why don't you tell us? Mr. Wright is trying to help you and to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection, eh?
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What is it?
You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it all off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, detective.
You better be, pal. Hey, I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So, have you brought what asked?
You mean this, right?
My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when I made my request.
But my name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident?
But Lon, it's...
I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness?
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial killers. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name in there? I don't know unless... No, it couldn't be Lana! This is how an incident is dead.
That's the classified number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Darke killings.
The Joe Darke. No! No! Lana! It's over with. No!
Emma, wait! She ran away!
you know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Somewhere where there's less screaming.
Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence.
Knowing you, you'll just might be able to figure it out, eh? Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
Better take a good look at this file. There should be a reading in the game where you have to read it all. That's a quiz.
There's enough reading in this game.
To be continued!